And young everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I'm just so excited because in today's video I just want to take this time to do a little get ready with me and just talk to y'all, like just give y'all a little recap. I just kind of disappeared on y'all when December started, but I want to do like a get ready with me because I have a call with Gia in a few hours, maybe less an hour, I don't know, and I wanted to kind of do my makeup and talk to y'all and update y'all, but also to kind of like in a way give y'all a tutorial of how I do my makeup for like interviews for like different airlines and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I am a beginner. I'm not like an expert in doing makeup or anything, so if you're like girl, no, that's not how you do it, okay, great, thanks, give me some tips in the bottom, like, and let's understand the difference between you know, giving feedback and just being mean, okay? So but other than that, let's just get into the video, and I just want to talk about everything that has been going on. So yeah, I got my toiletry bag and some stuff, so let's get into it. I'm prepped, I'm ready to talk and to yap. Y'all can go ahead and get your coffee and let's talk, okay? So since I'm doing like aviation careers inspired makeup, I decided let me start by honestly speaking about where I'm at ever since I declined the offer. So it's actually been legit only a month since I've declined the offer to work with Qatar in like for the virtual recruitment. And mentally I think I was okay. Like a few weeks after I declined the offer, I think I was like really kind of okay. Like after declining the offer, I was kind of okay because I was so busy, like I just moved on with life. However, like things just started like piling up. Like I just had to complete like everything is like soon as possible. So I was like, okay, whatever, I declined and kind of moved on with my life. However, I think when things started to die down, like there was no longer youth anymore. Like you guys could see, like the youth turnout was so good, like the picnic went so well. There was no more youth anymore, there was no more home style, and just I feel like that's when my mind really like started to realize that okay, now you declined the offer, right? And the thing is, I don't have any regrets because I know I made the right decision, because everything in me for those past 6 months just knew that even if they came back with an offer, I knew I wasn't going to take it, because there's just like the process was just something else, right? So I was like, you know what, I know I made the right decision. However, like when you have nothing in your hands anymore, you begin to doubt and you're like, oh my word, God, my plate is so empty. Did I do it too fast? Like, did I say no way too fast? And I was beating myself up about it. Like I was like, I made the wrong decision, like, you know. And it wasn't regret, but it was just me sitting down and feeling like, oh my word, like did I do the right thing, you know? Like really just questioning and going back on my judgment. And let me give you a little bit of like what happened after that. So after that, I was like, okay, and I started going through this process of like, oh my word, did I do the right thing? Da, 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 da. And then literally 20 days after I had already declined the offer, so we're in now December or end of November, they sent me like an email to say, hey, we heard that you declined the offer. I declined the offer 20 days ago, why are you still messaging me? They were like, but we need you to basically answer like a quick questionnaire for that. And I feel like me having to go through that process 20 days later, right, to go through that process to try and answer the survey again, just really put me in a space where I was like, I'm trying to move on, and it feels like I'm constantly reminded why, like if I'm doing the right decision. And it's not like I can go back. Like the thing is, when you decline your offer, they'll give you like a specific, like they'll give you an offer and then you will click accept or decline, and there's no mistake about it. They will make sure that, are you sure, like are you sure? So when you click decline and you say you're sure, then you're done, right? And then they'll put that on the application status. But the sad thing about that is that after I declined the offer, 20 days later, when they asked me to do the survey, they withdrew my application. So there's no way I can apply for the same position, especially now, because they already withdrew my application and everything. Like, it's like done, like unless they put up the same thing and then I can apply again. But essentially they were like, okay, you said you're done, and I'm done, you know. So literally like 20 days later, for them to come back and give me like the survey and just like ask me why I declined the offer, it just really put me through that mental phase where I was like, did I really make the right decision? Not that I can go back and say, hey, can I change it up a little bit? Actually, I want to accept. No, it's like, we're done. Like, we're just trying to do like the normal procedures of trying to find out why you decline the offer. Like, we're just trying to do what the company requires. And yeah, so a month later, where's my mind about that? As I said again, I'm not feeling regretful, but I'm really in that space where I'm like, I know that my no was the right decision, but I'm waiting for it to materialize. Because the thing is, like, I'm getting so distracted. This is why I cannot do makeup. But like, the thing is, like, when you apply for jobs and they say no, it's so easy to be like, okay, it's not what God had for me. But when you're the one who's saying no, it's like, okay, now I'm waiting for the reason why the Lord put it on my heart to say no. And it's been a month, because it was 20 days, and then 10 days after that, I think it's been more than 30 days now, but I haven't received any, like my no has not materialized. Like, it didn't, like, it still hasn't. I don't have that, like, I know it's the right decision, but I don't know why yet. Does it make sense? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I know it's the right decision, but I just don't know why it was, like, why I had to say no. So I'm kind of like still beating myself up about it, but also trying to move in like the grace of God. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's like where I've been mentally. I hate, like, not gonna lie, this product seems like a great product, but it's just, it's a hassle at the same time. Like, I'm like, goodness. So that's where I'm at. And then other than that, I think I'm doing okay. Like, I'm trying. Like, there's nothing really to complain about. Like, I'm done with like my 3rd year, so I'm kind of excited for my 4th and final year. Like, and I'm blessed again to be going, like, to be studying, even though it's like a different story about my studying issues. But I realize how blessed I am, how like God has really given me so much mercy this year, and how much He's guided me and protected me from a lot of things. So I thank Him almost like every day. Like, not even almost, I thank Him every day. And there's that I'm not gonna lie, there's some days where I forget that He's been so good and gracious to me. And yeah, like, I'm still trying to navigate that. But other than that, guys, like, I feel like I'm gonna heal and move on from the issue of this thing of the declining the offer, because I know I made the right decision. It's just that it hasn't materialized yet. And everything else this year has, I think I owe a lot of things to God, because He's like, the fact that I even got like a lot of job interviews in this career space has also introduced me to a lot of people. And I'm like, I thank God. Like, I really, really thank Him for His grace, His mercy, for Him putting me in rooms that I would have never imagined being in. Like, if you told like younger me that, hey girl, you're gonna be like in like a room where they're gonna interview with other people who are on a flight for Qatar, I'm gonna be like, what? You lies. It's really, that for me was honestly a true blessing. And so yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna go a little bit off, because I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of an update. One thing I can be rest assured, one thing I can share is that me applying for the like aviation stuff and applying to study, like to work abroad and stuff, has really affected my I would say my love life. I don't want to say like, and that's the true thing, because like I realize I have no interest in a relationship, and it could partially be the people that are in the dating pool around me, but the truth of the matter is it's also the fact that and let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about it. I feel like unless I'm secure, like financially, like not like I need a certain amount of money, but unless I'm making my own money, like my own income, I shouldn't be in the dating scene. And that's for me personally. Like, other people out there who are like, no, I don't agree, and that's okay, you don't have to agree. But for me personally, I'm like, yeah, no, I do not want to be in a relationship with somebody and not have my own income. Like, I have heard, it's not even just about the horror stories I've heard, like, oh, people being in a relationship with somebody who was financially abusive towards them. I don't think that's my fear, because but I feel like I just don't want to be dating somebody when I don't have a career figured out. Like, I think that's a problem for me. And it's not that, like, I don't hate to have like a certain amount of money to get into the dating pool, but I certainly don't want to, I don't know how to say this, but I don't want to like be in a relationship when I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things. And the thing is, like, let me be honest, I'm still young, and when I'm looking for like this job in aviation or wherever the Lord wants to put me, really, the truth of the matter is, like, when I'm looking for a job and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna date until I get a job, it's even something different when I'm like, I'm not gonna date somebody here in case the Lord gives me a job somewhere abroad. And people can be like, oh, but what if you want to do long distance relationship? And I'm like, I don't have a problem with that, but the thing is, I'm not gonna date until the Lord gives me a job. Like, so if the job is abroad, I'm not gonna date anybody here. So you guys get, like, I hope you guys understand my logic. It's a very difficult logic to understand. And I think the funny thing about all of that is that in this month of December, I finished watching, it's like so all over the place, but I finished watching My Dearest. It's a K-drama, and not only I already had high standards about the man I wanted to have a relationship with, right? And you guys know I've shared it a lot, but I've had high standards, and I just feel like not only has my high standards like really risen, but it just really also put me in a state where I'm like, I don't think I want to date, or I don't want marriage for some time. Like, and it's not just about figuring out my career path anymore. Like, I really want to be stable in the job I'm doing, or in like making an income. Like, even if it's not aviation careers, I want to be stable in the income. Like, I don't want to, like, guys, let me just be honest, I don't want to go out with my boyfriend on everybody else's money. Like, I'm gonna be honest, guys, like, I don't want that. I don't think that's, for me personally, financially responsible, because, like, I mean my parents are not against me having fun or whatever, but it just doesn't feel fair for me to go out and be dating in the dating scene when I'm like still needing to figure out my career. And it's not something my parents have said to me, like, oh my word, like, you're going out. Like, it's just something I've made, like a decision I've made on my own self, like to say I'm not gonna do that to myself, and most importantly to my parents. So I literally told the Lord to say, if you want me to date, if you're seeing eligible bachelors in my church and I don't see them, the only way you can open my eyes is by giving me a stable income. Then I'll open my eyes to see, oh, now I can finally see. And it's, as I said, it's not about the certain amount of money. I just need something that I can basically take care of myself with. Like, I don't want to, like, no. And I know it's like I have this luxury because I'm still studying, but I really feel like, I'm just gonna say that anyway. So moving on from that, I feel like me pursuing careers in aviation has also kind of like has lessened the pool. Let me say that, because I'm not gonna date until I'm financially stable or financially having my own income. But on top of that, I'm also not willing. I'm not gonna date somebody if I'm staying in a different country. Like if I'm staying in, like, for example, Qatar, and this guy's in South Africa, right? And we can do a long distance relationship, but I need the Lord to show me the man, because unfortunately the pool around me is actually not up to par. I would not do long distance relationship with them. But if the Lord was to say, no, my daughter, this is actually the guy, and the Lord shows me the guy and we actually start like dating, by then I need to have money. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining the process, but the truth is I'm not gonna date a man and then 1 month later say, okay, I'm going to go work. No, I'm gonna work, and then the man is gonna find me when I'm working. Like the same way a man is always gonna find me serving the Lord. But until I figure out, like, or until the Lord finally opens a door for me career-wise, like as I said again, it doesn't even have to be aviation careers. It can be something very much related to my studies. I'll also be like, oh, okay, great, you know, like, because I'm studying law, so I don't mind if he opens a door in that, like, in that space. But as I said again, aviation careers has literally reminded me to say, like, it's actually less in the pool, because as I said, I'm not gonna date anybody and stuff. But anyway, that's a little bit about like the effects of pursuing a job opportunity that can, first of all, switch your life around. The fact that I just randomly applied someday in March and randomly got accepted and then made it to day 2, I don't know how to better explain how much that can shift somebody's like mental perspective. Because from somebody who's just like saying, I'm studying, I'm staying here in South Africa, I'm just gonna study, it's completely, it goes to a different mental perspective, when in 1 week it seems like your life can just turn around. Like in 1 week, like the fact that I don't know how, like, guys, go look at the video. In one Sunday, on a random March Sunday evening, I decided I'm gonna apply. Like, I'm just gonna send in my CV. Literally the next day, I'm invited. That same week, I was there for, and I made it past the 2 days. Like, and if I made it past the 3rd day, then that means I was gonna be going to the next stage of finally doing the what do you call this, the documents and stuff like that, just preparing the visa and everything. In a week, my life could have just easily just shifted, and it kind of puts a lot into perspective. But relationship, it's kind of hard to see yourself in a romantic relationship when you're like, I could leave any day, like, and our relationship will still be very fragile, especially with somebody who's dating to marry. Your relationship can be very fragile. If you're dating for 6 months and then you just end up leaving, like, it's gonna have like a toll on people. Like, I don't know how to better explain it. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like friendships with women is so much easier to navigate. Like, it's like we kind of get each other in a sense. But from like a romantic relationship, there's so much to work out, especially if you're like, this could be the person you're spending your life with. I think, and let me be like frank as well, friendships with women, you can navigate it throughout your whole life, and there's going to be seasons where you're off and you're on, and you take a break from each other, you come back and stuff like that. But you kind of have this idea that you're going to see them as like a sister your entire life, basically, right? But like a romantic relationship has a different, how do I say it, has a different responsibility. Let me just be honest, has a different responsibility, especially if this is the person you're gonna marry. You as a woman need to make sure you're making the right decision. Like, you don't want to make rash decisions, and that's what I don't want. And I remember telling the Lord a lot of things, like, I don't want to date until I'm financially, like, having my own financial income. And I also don't want to date when I feel like there's so much to life when I'm single. Like, I don't know if I'm saying, like, I'm really enjoying my singleness, and I feel like I'm enjoying it because I don't want to get into a relationship wishing that I was still single, if that makes any sense. So me moving abroad, okay, I'm gonna put it into perspective. If I was to move abroad, I am not consulting anybody. Like, I'm gonna be frank with you. I'm not asking, hey, do you want me to, like, hey babe, I got an offer to go to, you know, is that okay with you? I don't care. I really don't. You're not my husband. I don't care. And I think that's the reason why the Lord has not put me in a relationship. It's like he realizes to say, it's not only the fact that you want to be financially, like, independent, but it's like you are in a stage in your life where you've been single for so long that you're not gonna consult anybody, especially your boyfriend. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, my boyfriend, what do you mean? Like, if it was March and I was in a relationship and I got the offer to go and work in Qatar, I'm not asking my man. I mean, if you're not my husband and there's no ring on it, honestly, frankly, the amount of decisions you can affect in my life is very slim. Like, actually, it's zero. It's zero. And then you want to still make sure that you're dating or gonna marry the right person, because you don't want to marry somebody who's also gonna hold you back. Like, even if, like, hear me out, right? Even if I was in a relationship, a romantic relationship, and this person becomes my fiance and we end up planning on getting married, and all of a sudden Qatar decides to say, hey guys, like, but we actually want to give you an offer or whatever, right? Then I feel like his decision will obviously play a role, because we're still trying to figure things out, especially if this is like, I know this is the person I want to marry. And even if he was gonna be like, no, maybe don't leave, because I mean, we're trying to build a life, that would have been a different story. Like, I would have been like more like understanding to that. But if you're like you're still a boyfriend, like, forgive me. I feel like the Lord hasn't put me in a relationship yet, because he also knows my boundaries, like what I want before I get into a relationship. But he also knows that I'm really using my singleness to the fullest. I use it a lot to the fullest this year, especially in terms of opportunities and serving him. Like, this year it was all him, like all God, and all like like trying to move abroad. Like, that was literally majority of what I did this year, and obviously studying as well. But it was, if I could put it in pillars, number one, God, like serving him, just having a relationship with him, perfecting my relationship with him. It's never going to be perfect, but just continuously like talking to him, praying to him, having that intimate relationship with the Lord. And then it was my studies, like trying to make sure that I'm doing well in my studies, because I'm like, oh my word, I'm in my penultimate year and stuff like that. And then it was pursuing opportunities abroad. I finished my foundation, and then I usually go in with mascara. It's a simple mascara, but before I do that, I kind of want to put on my earrings. I don't know where my earrings are. I actually don't know where my earrings are. Oh, found them. Kind of want to put on my earrings. I've been rambling a lot. What else? Oh, I've been reading this book called Great and Precious Things. It is by Rebecca. The book is actually a beautifully written book. I love the way she is developing the characters. It's just a little bit it's giving me a little bit of icky behavior. Right now I rated a 4 out of 5, but it's giving me a little bit of an icky behavior, because the woman character is just like, I get it, like we can't really control who we end up falling in love with, but it just feels like she is basically like literally she just literally said that the person she fell in love with was basically just a replacement for the one she actually wanted. And I feel like, yeah, that is not good. That is not good. So it's literally like I'm at that place where I'm reading that, I'm like, ooh. After reading that, I kind of like stopped reading, because I'm like, girl, what do you mean? Like, why would you say that? Like, I get it, you're trying to prove the fact that you've healed and you've moved on from this person, because I mean, like, the person did. So I'm not expecting her to basically still like be stuck on that person. She went on with her life, which is, I understand. But as I said again, for you to speak of that person and say, no, the person that died is a replacement. I wanted you. What is going on, girl? What is going on? I was like, what? So I'm just like, yeah, no. I think after that, I just kind of stopped reading. I mean, she's always been a little bit insufferable in a sense, but I'm like, maybe in a sense we're supposed to like connect with her, and I'm just really not. I am not connecting with her. I'm actually like, I do want her and this main character guy to get together, but I don't want it to be in the sense that, oh no, the other guy, nah, I didn't want him. He was just a replacement for you. No, girl, no. No, like, can we like, and I mean, like, maybe she didn't mean it that way, but I'm like, you basically said it that way. You basically said, boom, down with my, ooh, look at that. Like, you guys appreciate the glow. So I'm done with a mascara. I usually go in with like a little bit of tissue, because sometimes it's a bit watery, so it can, like, if I blink, it can sometimes put the mascara underneath. But I feel like I just put like just enough, so I'm not gonna worry about that. And then I don't put eyeshadow. Like, if you're doing the, like, this is like supposed to be like a aviation careers inspired look, do not put eyeshadow, please. Don't, just keep it simple. Like, if you're a beginner in makeup like me, please just keep it simple. Don't overdo it. Like, don't. And the thing is, try to make sure that you have try to look like you at least tried, because people have been asking me, do you need to be very perfect in makeup? And the truth is, you don't. They're still gonna teach you. They're still gonna have to teach you how to apply makeup according to the airline's standards. So yes, apply makeup, do it as best as you can. Do it's like beginner level, right? So this is like my makeup look. Just like a little, I went in with a little concealer, right? And then foundation. Try to find things that actually fit your skin tone. And then I did mascara. Ooh. I did mascara, right? And then there's also some setting spray, but I don't trust the setting spray, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't trust it. And then when you go to, make sure your hair is not like this. Like, please don't put your hair like this. Put it up in a nice little updo. And then of course you gotta, if you're doing Qatar or Emirates, you need a red lip, like a proper red lip. This one is Maybelline, which is a matte ink. I'm not really a fan of the matte kind, but it helps. It actually stays for a long time. It actually stays super stay. It stays for a long time. Like the whole, like, imagine the second day I was there from about 8 and only finished around 4. Yeah, I did not have to retouch my lipstick again. It was literally proper. I'm not gonna put it on now because I really don't need it for my Kowagia. but that is basic. And then also I used a brush, but you can use a sponge or whatever. I just feel like for me the blush helps me blend it better. So yeah guys, and then this, I usually use the primer for it, and I don't have a primer anymore because it's finished. But this is basically like SPF, so it has like some sunscreen in it, so I just use that. I usually use that just for the sunscreen. Like I don't use it for anything else. I don't think there's any use for it actually, because actually it's so like, it's one of the most annoying like products I have in everything. And then yeah y'all, that's just how I prep or get ready for my airline interviews, as well as especially like not just the airline interviews like face to face, but also online. And I wear red lipstick, just that now I'm not doing an online interview or anything. I'm just gonna have a chat with Gia. So yeah, other than that guys, I think I've given you a basic long chit chat about my life. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and yeah, come back another day because this was fun. And I don't know how many times we're gonna do this, because I realized I took a lot of my hands, so I really got distracted. I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be doing my makeup. But it was fun talking to y'all, and I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all like the look, and if y'all don't, too bad. Anyway, if you guys have any tips or anything you want to share or any questions you want to ask, please use the comment section. And yeah, love y'all.